In the IT software world, particularly data jobs can be categorized into three parts. First is the data analyst or visualization, then data engineering, and then data science. We will go through these categories individually and get some understanding on the skill set of these streams. Okay. Data analysts play a crucial role in extracting insights and valuable information from data. Here is a list of skills and concepts that are typically part of the part of a data analyst skill set. First is data querying and retrieval, in which the SQL, right? Proficiently, who is proficient in SQL, and that SQL skill set is used for querying and retrieving the data from databases. Then data cleaning and preparation. So one should understand, or one should develop the skill like ability to clean or pre-process and transform raw data into a structured and usable format. Handle the missing data, outliers, and inconsistencies. Okay. Then comes the visualization. So create clear and informative data visualizations using the tools like Tableau, Power BI, or Python libraries like Matplotlib, Barn, Altair. There are many such things are available. Like Power BI, like many other tools also available. Okay, and we also should understand how to represent the data using the Butler chart types. Like it could be line chart, it could be bar chart, it could be other area chart or anything. Okay, then other skill set is the statistical analysis. Here one needs to apply the statistic methods to analyze the data and draw meaningful conclusions. Conduct hypothesis testing, regression analysis, and descriptive statistics. Okay. Then data exploration. Data explore the data sets to identify patterns, trends, and outliers. Use exploratory data analysis technology techniques to gain the insights. Then comes the data interpretation. Translate data findings into actionable recommendations for the decision makers. So when we make a chart or anything, like what is going to be done next, or what will be the possible activity is going to or can be taken up. Okay, then data presentation. So effectively communicate insights through reports, dashboards, and presentations. We need to make interactive dashboards or other dashboards, the reports, right? Very much self-explainable, or when we explain also, others also need to be able to understand that very well. Tailor the presentations to both to technical and non-technical audiences. That is one very good skill set. It looks very simple, but both technical and non-technical people equally can understand by looking at the same graph or same chart, right? It's a very much informative. Okay. And then data tools and technologies. So familiarity with the data analysis tools like Excel or Python, with libraries like Pandas and Jupyter notebooks and all. So these are all generally tools and technologies. And then the data collection. Understand data collection methods and sources. Work with APIs and web scraping tools if necessary, if required. Okay. And database knowledge. Basic understanding of databases and data storage concepts, where it is stored and how it is stored and all we should understand. And ability to join tables, aggregate the data, and create the new views and all those things. Data ethics and privacy. Awareness of the data privacy regulations like GDPR, ethical consideration in handling the sensitive data, because this is very much required. So most of the times we try to pull the data from source and all, but the source, whether it is authentic or authorized, or whether we can use it or not, it's the publicly available information or not, other information, and the sensitive data, right? Which the data whichever comes, and just we cannot pick and do something with that. So there will be legal obligations and other issues we need to handle with that. So one should be considerate about all these things. And then the machine learning basics. Familiarity with machine learning concepts and algorithms can be advantages for more advanced data analyst tasks. But basic things, it's not that much required, but having is good. Okay. Programming skills. Basic scripting skills like Python and R for data manipulation analysis. Programmatically can be done. Without programmatically also we can use some tools and do the manipulation of the data. But if you have these things also, it will become an added advantage. Then version control like GitHub or SVN or many other tools are there for maintaining our code and our data results and all those things. We can keep track of things and the new variations, whatever updates, whatever happened to your scripts, and everything can be managed through the version controls. And all other team members also can collaborate and work together on that data. And critical thinking and problem solving. Ability to approach complex problems analytically and devise data-driven solutions. Then domain knowledge. Understanding of the specific industry or domain you work in, as domain knowledge can greatly enhance the data analysis. Okay. Data storytelling. Craft compelling narratives around the data findings and to make data-driven decisions are more accessible. If we are able to tell certain stories about, okay, today something happened, okay, today temperature is more, and then because of that you took so and so decision, temperature is less and you took some other decision. So generally you need to tell some story about around the data, so that will make the whoever applying the techniques are that becomes so easy, like they can make data driven decisions perfectly. And a time management organization efficiently manage projects and prioritize just to meet the deadlines, because these data analysts and all those are most of the times are on the line of fire, right, frontline warriors into the any project deliverables and all. So they need to take the data and tell the story and uh, bring onto the table so that the other person can take the decisions very quickly. And continuous learning. So there are many changes that keep on coming into the industry, so we need to be stay updated with the latest trends and tools in the data analysis. Collaboration and communication. Work effectively with the data scientists, data engineers and stakeholders to define the data requirements and present the findings. Remember that these specific skills required may vary depending on the job and industry. Data analysts often need to adapt to different tools and technologies based on the organization's preferences. So additionally, as the field of data analysis continues to evolve, staying curious and open to learning new techniques and tools is essential for long-term success. That's all about data analyst skill set. Here comes the data engineering skill set, and data engineering is a critical role in the field of data management and analytics. So data engineers are responsible for designing, building, and maintaining the data infrastructure and pipelines that allow organizations to collect, store, process, and analyze the data. Here is a comprehensive list of skills and concepts that are typically part of data engineering skill set. So data modeling, under the data modeling, understand and implement data modeling techniques including relational, dimensional and SQL method models. Okay, design data schemas that are optimized for the specific data storage and processing needs. Database management then. Proficiently in working with the relational databases like example SQL Server, PostgreSQL and NoSQL databases like MongoDB, Cassandra and all. Knowledge of database administration, indexing and optimization. Then ETL, extract, transform, load. Develop ETL process to extract data from various sources, transform it into the desired format and load it into the data warehouses or data lakes. Use ETL tools and frameworks such as Apache NiFi, Apache Beam or Azure Data Factory. Then data warehousings. Understand data warehousing concepts and platforms such as Amazon Redshift, Google BigQuery, Azure Synapse Analytics, formerly SQL Data Warehouse. So there are many other tools also there in the data warehouse. Thus we need to understand how that is being stored from there and how it should be present to the next activity. Then big data technologies. Familiarity with big data ecosystems including Hadoop, Spark and related technologies, ability to process and analyze large volumes of data efficiently. Cloud computing. Proficiency in cloud platforms like AWS, Azure or Google Cloud Platform for building and managing data pipelines. Experience with the cloud-based data storage services like Amazon S3, Azure Data Lake Storage or Azure Data Lake Storage or Google Cloud Storage. Okay. Then data integration tools. Use data integration tools such as Apache Kafka, Apache NiFi or AWS Glue for real-time data streaming and batch processing. Data quality and governance. Implement data quality checks and data governance practices to ensure data accuracy, consistency, and compliance with the regulations. Scripting and programming. Programming skills in languages like Python, Java, or Scala for data manipulation and pipeline development. Shell scripting for automation and orchestration. And then version control. Previously also we used this version control as a Git and all those things in a data analyst also. This here also is required. Proficiency in using version control system like Git to manage code and configuration the changes and collaboratively to when work together with a more number of people and a team like. Then containerization and orchestration. Knowledge of containerization tools like Docker and container orchestration platforms like Kubernetes. Streaming data and real-time processing. Experience with processing frameworks like Apache Kafka Streams, Apache Flink, or Spark Streaming. Data security and compliance. Implement security measures to protect sensitive data and ensure compliance with data privacy regulations. Example like GDPR, HIPAA, something. Okay. And monitoring and logging. Set up monitoring and logging systems to track data pipeline performance and troubleshoot issues. Collaboration and communication. Effective communication skills to collaborate with the data scientists, analysts, and stakeholders to understand data requirements. Then comes problem solving and troubleshooting. Strong problem solving skills to identify and resolve issues in data pipelines and infrastructure. That is very much required actually. Documentation. Maintain clear and comprehensive documentation pipelines of the data pipelines, workflows, and infrastructure configurations. Data engineering is a dynamic field and the specific tools and technologies may evolve over time. However, a solid foundation in these core skills and concepts will enable a data engineer to adapt to new tools and technologies as they emerge. Here comes the data science skill set, and here data science is a multidisciplinary field that combines skills from computer science, mathematics, and domain expertise to extract insights and knowledge from data. Here are the key components of data science skill set. Like first thing is that programming skills, proficiency in a programming language like Python or R for data manipulation, analysis, and modeling. Experience with libraries and frameworks such as Pandas, NumPy, scikit-learn, and TensorFlow. There are many other frameworks in this field. Okay. Then statistics and mathematics. Strong foundation in statistical concepts, including hypothesis testing, regression analysis, and probability theory. Knowledge of linear algebra and calculus, especially for machine learning and deep learning algorithms. Data cleaning and pre-processing. Ability to clean and pre-process raw data, handle missing values, and address outliers. Data visualization. Create informative data visualization tools using tools like Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly, or libraries in R. Choose appropriate visualizations to convey insights effectively using data visualization. Machine learning. Understand various machine learning algorithms and their applications, and we need to apply the corresponding algorithm and corresponding parameters very well so that the predictions or data usage will be very good with that. Implemented, train and evaluate machine learning models for classification, regression, clustering, and more. Okay, deep learning. Familiarity with deep learning concepts and frameworks like TensorFlow or PyTorch for tasks such as image and natural language processing. Again, this natural language processing will have next level of things like recently we have come up with LLMs, ChatGPT, transformers, encoders, LS streams. These are all part of the again natural language processing. From the deep learning, this has evolved and this spawned out into other category. Okay, then data exploration. Explore data sets using data analysis EDA techniques to uncover patterns, relationships, and anomalies. Feature engineering. Like when feature engineering, like create a meaningful features or available like variables from raw data to improve model performance. Model evaluation and validation. Design experiments and cross-validation strategies to assess model performance and generalization. Data storytelling. This data storage tooling also exists part of the data analyst visualization and data engineer. Here also we need to have this skill set. Communicate data-driven insights effectively through reports, dashboards, and presentations. Craft compelling narratives around data findings. Also, now with the models, predictive analytics, and whatever the models created, we need to have some explainability also included as part of the data storytelling. Okay, that also fall under the data storytelling. Big data tools. Familiarity with big data technologies like such as Hadoop, Spark, and distributed computing for handling large data sets. Database knowledge. Understanding of databases and SQL for data retrieval and storage. Proficiency in working with relational databases and NoSQL databases. Data wrangling. Clean and transform data using techniques like data imputation, normalization, and scaling. Feature selection. Identify and select the most relevant features for modeling to improve model efficiency. Experimentation and A/B testing. Conduct experiments to test hypotheses and measure the impact of changes or interventions. Domain knowledge. Acquire domain-specific expertise to better understand and context the nuances of data. Business acumen. Understand the business goals and objectives to frame data analysis in a business context. Version control. Use a version control system like Git for code management and collaborations. This is common across all the three fields: data engineer, data analyst, and data scientist. Ethical considerations. Awareness of data ethics, privacy regulations, example GDPR, and response for data handling practices. Continuous learning. Stay updated with the latest trends and research in data science. This is ever evolving, and it is like so many new technologies, new platforms, new frameworks have been coming out every day. So need to be have an eye on all these things. Collaboration and communication. Collaborate effectively with cross-functional teams and communicate findings to non-technical stakeholders. Data science is a dynamic field, and the specific tools and technologies may evolve over time. Building a strong foundation in these core skills and staying curious about emerging techniques and tools is essential for success as a data scientist. That's all about data science, data scientist skill set. Like this, so far we learned about all three categories of the skill sets. So on top of it, there will be, say, like most of the cloud platforms also providing these skills as part of our services as part of their cloud platform. So one may need to go through these cloud platform and use them accordingly to put the service and to the usability or use cases into the practice or into the development. So again, as it is evolving, like new cloud platforms, new services, new formats, as part of the cloud service platform also it is evolving. So we need to understand that as well. Okay.